Okay, so this is unitedtaxiorg.org, and this is the website of how you book your services. So we're going to go through the complete steps of how to book your services. So the first step is the type of service you need. This is where you select the type of service you need. Like if you need a ride, you can get transportation, curbside food delivery, medical delivery, a package delivery, and a standard airport transportation run. But if you want airport transportation run, just go to the More tab and do airport book a ride. You'll be good. Okay. So transportations rides. Do you need a wheelchair accessible vehicle? No. Just to say no. Animal fees. If you have an animal that's coming along with you on the on the trip, it is a $10 extra fee. So if you have an animal, you select yes. You put your first name in, Rodney, you say D. This is say Rodney Downing. I just want to walk you guys through this so you guys understand how to book the services. A lot of people get confused on how to do that. So I'm going to walk you guys through it. It's just asking for basic information like your first name, last name, email address, phone number, how many passengers. You would select how many of them. This is due for pickup address 2533 and way. These Canton. Let's do Ohio. Let's do 44705 and the county you live in, Stark. County drop-off address. This is just do 245 Grace. These are just random addresses I'm making up so I can show you guys the process of how to book it. Canton, Ohio. 44705. Start. T. Okay. And apartment SD, the type of location you are at. You could choose any of these. Let's just say you're at a residential house. What color is the house? Let's say that it's red. How would you like us to notify you when your driver has arrived at your pickup location? You could say get a phone call, select trip type, one way. Now this is very important when it comes down to the trip. One way and round trip. Let's just say one way for now. Special instructions, none. Will you be okay? Any extra stops? Okay, will there be any stops along the way? If yes, please put the information down below. You want to put no. All extra stops are $15. Yes. If you have an extra stop, put the address in here. But if there's none, then just put none. Cancellation information. You're signing the agreement for the first time. Okay. And then now you get ready to go. Now you get ready to go pay for the services. Now you get ready to pay for the services. Okay. Now, this is a video clip explaining what things are. You can click on this for audio. Single trips, one-way trip. We got a one-way trip situation, and we got a round trip situation. Okay. Down below, these are the round trips, which means if you're going back to one location, you would select these. If you're only going one-way trip, you will scroll back up and select one, or you would select your county, Stark County, whichever one you live in. After you select Stark County, if you have an extra run that you need to do, make sure that you click on additional stop. Make sure you add that to your stop. Okay, make sure you check mark that. Same thing with pet. If you got a pet, make sure you click on that. Okay. After you have chose the things you need, the market and the extra stop. But if you don't need this additional stop, leave it unchecked. But you'll hit continue. and it will have you select the date that you need the service for. It's the same for 2:45 p.m. You'll put your basic information in there and you'll pay it. You'll put your amount of tip that you want to do if you want to. You'll put your credit card number in, agree to terms and conditions, and book your appointment. That is how you would do that, okay, for your services. Same thing with round trip. If you got a round trip, do not click on the one way if you got a round trip. If you got a round trip, come down to round trip because this is for there and back. And that same thing goes for that if you got a pay or additional fee. That is pretty much as all that comes with how to work that particular thing with the website, is making sure that you click on the right service. Okay. Now up above, there's this black audio box. You click on it.
So in the box below, you would select one way for your.
It explains what the one-way trip is for. Now, these counties, these are for the counties. You can get a ride for anywhere in the county for this amount of money, for anywhere in the county. That's what that means. Okay. But one-way trip is for one-way trip. So if you book the service and you purchase it, that means you're just going one place. That's it. We're done. If you go to round trip and you select this, that means that we're going there and back for a service. This is considered a round trip. And of course, if you have to add any other trips, you would click additional stop, add to your route, which is $15. Very easy process. One-way trip is one-way trip. Round trip is round trip. So that's how that works for booking a service. Looking forward to seeing you on the road. And thank you for choosing United Taxi Services.